What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy. It is Kit Nagy. It is Nagy on Sports, and it is Browns time here, right back where we belong. We have got a big tilt today between the struggling at 4-5 Philadelphia Eagles and our 7-2 Cleveland Browns here in our 2024 simulated season. Kit, welcome back. How we doing, man?
Oh, doing great. Very glad to be back on the mic and excited for this matchup. I mean, don't ever discount the Eagles. This is a very loaded roster, as I've seen. Even if they've been struggling, this is not a game that you want to take lightly, as they are still a lot of good players, a lot of firepower there on this team. So certainly a team that you want to take seriously and look to come out and give them your best shot.
Especially at home here. All right, let's kick this one off here. Hopkins freshly signed to an extension. Hey, Karen. Hey, Wendell. Welcome in. And he'll put this one about 5 yards deep. I am curious to see. We're maybe 3 weeks away from the new Madden. We'll be curious to see what the new kickoff looks like in Madden.
Yeah, I'm curious about that myself.
There's a look at Jalen Hurts, 2,000 yards passing, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. There's probably a few too many, and maybe part of the reason that they are 4-5. Browns again 7-2 here, continuing our way through the 2024 simulated season. Saquon Barkley with the first carry, and he'll get 4 up the middle. I'm curious to see how he looks.
Well, it looked pretty good there. Found some vision in the hole and able to make a nice little move to avoid one defender and get just slightly past and through to a couple extra yards out of it anyway.
Here's Hurts now, his first throw of the game. He'll go left side, wide open, found him streaking down the seam. That's Devontae Smith, and he's got 23 yards and a first down, Eagles.
Yeah, nicely executed there by Devontae. Nice route on that, just putting it on the inside for Hurts and able to find some space in that defense.
Option keeper Hurts right side, and McLeod steps up, makes a nice tackle. Hurts gets just 2 on that option keeper, maybe a little bit nicked up himself, but he stays back out there for a 2nd and 8 here. 46-yard line of Cleveland. Here's Hurts back to pass again. Jalen crossing on the drag route. A.J. Brown, first down. He got it right in front of J.O.K. and Hicks, which had dropped back into some zone. And he caught that one and went for a first down for 14. Hurts back into the shotgun once again. Back to pass now. 4-man rush for the Browns. They're starting to get there. Slow drag again. And it's Devontae Smith, another 9 yards. And an efficient drive starting for the Eagles now. Empty backfield for Hurts. He's back to pass. He'll step up. And picked off. He threw it right to Denzel. The Warden comes up with a big pick, and the Browns turn him over.
Yeah, that one was really kind of interesting, as really had 2 receivers either side of Denzel here. You're going to see this here in a moment, as he's kind of sandwiched in the middle of 2 defenders, and he just sneaks his way through. Poor choice by Hurts. He should have gone to Smith on the earlier level. If he goes to the outside there, Ward has no chance, but he had leverage on the receiver behind him, and and takes that one away easily.
Yeah, gosh. We've seen that double slant route. It's been in Madden for a long time. Not always so efficient, and the Warden makes him pay. His 8th interception of the season now. Watson and company starting 1st and 10 from their own 14. Levels concept. He's got the Chief. First down and more to the 35-yard line. That's a way to get out of the shadow of your own end zone. 20-plus for the Chief.
Beautiful little flood action there to the outside perimeter, as they just found the Chief open wide and some space going to that 2nd level. Like you mentioned, it was really nicely executed.
Watson, quick little swing to the Chief, and he's actually going to lose 2. That's Zach Bond, the former New Orleans Saint, who makes the tackle for loss there. It looks like Wyatt Teller still dings up, so the rookie Zach Zinter getting his 3rd consecutive start at right guard here today. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's Chubb, left side, back towards the middle, and that's where Nolan Smith will meet him, sets up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, gets just enough to put them into a 3rd and manageable. which is what you're looking to do there on second down with that run, and Nick Chubb gets it done.
Watson with an empty backfield now. He's going to move to the left, and he's going to be sacked. That's Bryce Huff, former Jet, and we've seen that too many times. It's going to be credited to DeJuan Jones, but Deshaun Watson sort of ran right into that sack, and they're going to have to punt.
Yeah, you can't cross the nose of the tackle, if you will, out there into the rush lane as they're trying to work a bubble around you. You have to work underneath it if you're going to try to escape. If you try to go to the outside there, you have to go so much further around to avoid the rush lane that you end up losing your forward momentum and give up the possibility of a sack, which is what happened right there.
Yes, Madden has never been good at the pocket presence, specifically the climbing of the pocket, as
Indeed.
we have pointed out many times. 5-yard catch on the RPO for Albert Ukabugum, second tight end here. Quick throw again on the right side. Oh, Denzel with forearm shiver. Shades of his Ohio State hit that Gus Johnson still likes to reference. 3rd and 3.
So, Wendell, that is a topic that Browns fans love to ask and really has to do with because the media thinks it's important, and that's why Browns fans have been keying on it. But it's not. It's a collaborative effort. Really, ultimately, who calls in the play is not so important. Yes, Stefanski is ultimately the play caller, and they have announced he is retaining and play calling, but It's a collaborative effort back there. They all work together. He takes input from all of his coaches. He's been very good and open and forthright about how they work together. In fact, even his coaches have talked about how they work together to come up with a game plan and to call plays. So it's not just him, and we shouldn't think of it that way. That's just a media trope that they like to throw out there to say, oh no, it's Stefanski again, so they can blame somebody when it's not going well.
Indeed. Welcome in, Dino. It's been a minute, man. Hope you're doing well. 2nd and 5 here for Watson. Now he'll take off. 30-35, got the first down. Would like to see him slide, breaking tackles past the 40 to the 45. What a run from Watson.
Well, that's why he doesn't slide, even though we don't particularly like it, because he feels like he can get a few extra yards out of it, and this time he really does, breaking a tackle nicely and getting an additional 5.
Not extinct yet. Right up the middle. Somebody forgot to block the rookie, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., and he got right into the backfield, and Watson's going to take a 9-yard loss there.
Hey, Dino, good to have you. And if you had a chance, go check out our Ohio State sims, as the screen pass in that game seems to work beautifully.
Yes, college football fixed the screen. Hopefully Madden will pay attention as well. Hopefully they will. Here is a 3rd and 19 now. Empty set for Watson. Eagles are going to rush 4. Max protect for the Browns. Watson's got good time. Left side throw, and he waited for Moore to get open. Into Eagle territory to the 30-yard line. Great protection lets Moore get all the way across from right to left for a big first down.
That was pretty awesome right there, although look at them frozen in carbonite back there in their block set and rush set, respectively. But Moore finding some space beautifully. Maybe gave Watson an extra hitch or two to wait for him there for Moore to find that space. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Here comes Chubb up the middle. Got a bevy of blockers to the 20. First down for Chubb to the 17, and he's starting to get more and more like Chubb. Over the course of this sim season, Jordan Davis, the defensive tackle, chases him all the way down.
I was going to say that was a very Chubb-like run right there, just like you expect to see out of him, taking that contact and continuing for extra yardage.
Watson takes off again. He'll pick up 7. Does get tackled, but sort of gingerly that time. Doesn't take a big hit. I formation here. Giovanni Ricci into the game. We'll see if he makes the roster. A true bona fide fullback. They haven't had one in a couple of years now. Play action. Watson now, he's in trouble. Nobody's open. Call that one a coverage sack. Jalen Carter, second-year pass rushing defensive tackle, will get credit for it, but there was clearly nobody open. Watson just chose to eat it rather than force it. Yes, I saw somebody yesterday, one of the beat reporters say, or one of the Browns fans I follow on Twitter, whatever, was like, Coach of the Year decides to not fix what wasn't broken. So, yeah, exactly.
Yes, that.
It doesn't mean that Ken Dorsey won't have a voice.
Why this is even newsworthy, I don't understand. But I mean, I do understand. It's ultimately because the media likes to have a single point person that they can say, "Oh, it's going great," or "Oh, they're terrible. The play calling wasn't working." And
yes, Stefanski did a bad job.
Yes. Yeah, and that is a media issue. It is not a Browns issue.
Yeah, clearly it's getting them clicks.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, we're still pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? We're in recovery, right? We're 2 decades of being wounded Browns fans. Like, we're not still quite sure what it's like to root for a team that's capable and functional and a front office that does the things the right way, you know what I mean? And so it's like, as soon as anything bad happens, we need to have a scapegoat, right? So I think the media helps pour fuel on that by being able to blame the play caller if the offense isn't very good, you know?
Exactly.
So I don't know. I feel like if we were Chiefs fans and they had like a bad game, we'd be like, whatever, bad game. You know, we're still going to win 12 games, like, you know. But we're so hurt from the years past. We're like still trying to realize what it's like to root for a functional football team.
Well, I think much like the media taking the Browns seriously, I think for the fan base, they need the same kind of thing. There's a nice pressure there from Myles Garrett, ends up in a sack, brings up a 3rd and 18. Nice effort there from your defensive player of the year. But you certainly have to think that the same issue is going on for both, which is that you need the Browns to actually have Myles Garrett again getting in there, bringing up a 4th and 25. Great defensive series here for number 95. But you have to think that really. Same thing for the media. You need, especially the national media, to recognize the Browns. The fan base probably needs it too, to kind of get out of that hurt and wounded season of discontent, if you will, long time of discontent. Is really they need to have that success, and they need to have it in the playoffs, and they need to probably at least make an AFC Championship appearance. But more likely, they actually need to go to a Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history.
Yeah, maybe that would finally heal all of the wounds. We'll see here. 10 seconds left of the first quarter. Nice tackle there by the rookie Cooper DeJean. Here's Chubb out of the backfield. Sets up a 3rd and short, but we'll have to do it facing the other way. We finished 15 here. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody being on. It's our official 2024 Browns season sim. Again, trying to get it all wrapped up here before the new game comes out in about 3 or 4 weeks. So we are right on schedule. Do appreciate everybody joining us, and fun to be able to get Kit and I both back on the mics, as our travel schedules were not lining up super well. Here's a 3rd and 2. Watson, slant left side. Oh, just dropped maybe by Cooper. Unfortunate. Reed Blankenship trying to celebrate like he did anything, but I think Coop just dropped that one.
Yep.
And Karen, I mean, they have already said that, like, the offense will change and evolve. So, yes, ultimately, is it Stefanski still calling it in? Is it still Stefanski's, quote, offense? Yes. But I think you're going to see a lot more shotgun. You're going to see a lot more pre-snap motion. You're going to see a lot more option routes from receivers. You're going to see a lot more 3 and 4 receiver sets. So I think it's going to look and feel different, as Hurts is in trouble again 3 times in a row. This time Miles and Za'Darius will get there together. So it will look and feel different, and frankly it should. And kudos to Stefanski for being willing to continue to grow and adapt, and can't just be like, this is what I do, darn it, and if you can't do it, then too bad. He's saying, no, what can we do to make our guys the best, specifically number 4. And to me, that's the ultimate sign of a great coach, willing to continue to make it the best for your guys.
Well, I mean, look how our offense has evolved over the years. We started out as a wide zone, almost exclusively offense that has changed quite a bit in that time. We have had a lot of different looks over those times, and it's because Stefanski is adaptable and taking the input of a collaborative effort from all of the coaches and trying to put together a game plan and an offense that is built around his players and not built around what he wants, which is that's so important. And we've seen success. He has had success in what you wouldn't traditionally call his bread and butter. We've seen him set up schemes and find open guys and make it work, exploit the defenses that they're seeing out there and come up with a game plan and even evolve the game plan mid-game. We've seen that. We've seen it not in his traditional bread and butter wide zone scheme. So, to try to say that somehow this offense might look the same is just being blind to what's actually happened.
Yeah, I would say offensively, the thing that I am more curious to see, nice throw on the play action there to find Cooper for a first down, is will there be a noticeable difference between Bill Callahan and Andy Dickerson, right?
Yes.
That's the one that I think I'm the most worried about.
That is
we've had such a reliable and dominant offensive line, so we'll see. I mean, not that the Seahawks had a bad offensive line. I mean, that's where he's coming from, but I'd be curious to see if there's a noticeable difference.
But I will tell you something that I think is really important about that, which is that we had Callahan for so long. Those guys, we predominantly have all the same dudes up front that have been under Callahan for a long time and have benefited from that coaching. And so really Dickerson's coming in from a level where, it's already high. So it's not that I think you're starting with a good platform, good technique. That was nearly intercepted. Would have gone for 6. Starting from that strong platform really gives him a big advantage in that they've had a lot of time under that system, learning from the best in the business.
Browns are going to go for it on 4th down and give it to the fullback, Giovanni Ricci. He'll pick up 3 for the first down there. That classic Stefanski going for it there on a 4th and short. Let's see if they can punch this in for 6 instead of 3 now. Play action again. They've got it picked up. Now Watson's going to take off. More good coverage from the Eagles. Left side to the 20, and then he'll be thrown down by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who came back after a 1-year experiment in Detroit. I think it can, Earl. I think start by being better on the road.
Yeah, absolutely, Earl. I think the answer to that is very definitely they can be better this year. Yeah, I think I agree with Phil being better on the road. It's going to be part of that. But also, it's the second year in the system. The guys are going to be a lot more comfortable in that system, and not to mention the fact that they're going to have gelled more as a unit. A lot of those guys are all coming back together. And then don't forget the fact that they're going to now start to add wrinkles to that scheme that they had and get to do more things and open it up more, which means that they've got an opportunity to catch teams flat-footed with some of their defensive schemes. So I think yes, absolutely can and should hopefully be better.
Great throw on the run from Watson, and Cooper makes a great catch at the 5. 1st and goal, Browns. Yeah, you've even heard that his offseason press conferences, Jim Schwartz talking about how not everything in the defense even got used, and that, they've got their fastball, but you'll start to see more and more what he called change-ups.
Yep.
So it's not just going to be quite so predictable, even if it is effective. And now Jerry Jeudy a little nicked up. We'll see if he goes to the locker room or just to the bench. That arm is hanging rather lifelessly, but they have got him over on the sideline. So he will come back at some point here. 2nd and goal. They'll go heavy for the Browns. Chubb behind Ricci, and they'll pitch it wide. Tough to run wide down here. Chubb, and he's going to lose yards. 3rd and goal now at the 5. So tough to score in this part of the area.
Yeah, he needed to continue to the perimeter there. He had an opportunity to maybe break contain, but certainly not cutting up.
Watson, touchdown, Njoku! Nice play there. I say it's hard to score in the red zone, but Njoku does a nice job there, and he is such a red zone weapon. I'm not sure what this celebration is that we're seeing, but it's worthy. And a nice job there of running defenders off. He just found the hole in the zone. That's an easy pitch and catch for the Chief.
Yeah, nice reliable blanket catch there for the Chief. Just what you're looking for. Big old target in the end zone and an opportunity. He just had to make the catch. That's really all it was. Watts put a good ball on him, and nice easy touchdown, and exactly what you were looking for, capitalizing on a nice drive.
Welcome in, Earl, too. Sorry, I forgot to greet you upon arrival. 10-0, Browns lead. 7:02 in this first half here. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel only place that you can find live simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Expanding to the college ranks with the kickoff of our official Ohio State Dynasty Sim yesterday. And, of course, these Brown Sims will not stop. Occasional Guardians Sim as well throughout the remainder of the summer. Oh, he ran right by him. Miles was keyed in on Hurts. And he ran right past Saquon, who gets the first down to the 35. Pistol look now here. Browns seem to be manned up across the board. Mike Hall Jr. into the game, the rookie out of Ohio State. Fire left side. Got him, man. What a throw on the run. Smith, and Ward saves a touchdown. Not often that Denzel gets beat deep. That was a beautiful throw on the run for Hurts. He dropped it in the bucket. And Devontae's, look at that throw. Devontae's got himself a first down. Hurts now as they are inside the red zone for the first time today. Just a little bit outside the red zone is where he threw that interception. A little RPO, throw it out, bubble screen. Juke move from Brown, and he's got near a first down. Well executed play there for a 9-yard pickup. Second catch of the half for A.J. Brown now. Back to pass, Hurts. Big drop. Now he'll fire it. Goal, almost picked off again. Jordan Hicks crashing the route as he tried to dump it off to Barkley, and it's a 3rd and 1.
Yeah, opportunity missed there. They killed a drive earlier in the red zone right around the same spot near this with an interception for Ward. This one's going to end up in a touchdown, though. Opportunity missed, though, as certainly could have had it for Jordan Hicks, but he ended up not being able to handle it, and instead Gainwell with the touchdown.
Yeah, little pick route there. You can see his defender, whoop, got bumped into by A.J. Brown, and that's going to be a wide open touchdown catch for Kenneth Gainwell. Earl, how do we feel about Judy? I mean, I think he's a first-round talent. He was a stud in college, and I think he had really crappy quarterback play in Denver. So I hope that we get sort of a T. Higgins, Jamar Chase sort of feel out of Cooper and Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, I think I had been advocating for Jeudy for a long time. I wanted them to bring him over, and they finally did. In fact, they had been gunning for him for quite some time. But there's two aspects of that I think are important. Number one, the fact that they were gunning for him, and Jeudy knows it. Players want to be wanted, right? They play better when they're wanted. Yeah. And the fact that the Browns made it very clear they want him, but they've done that before, where they've proved to a guy that, hey, we want you, we want to rehabilitate you, we want to bring you out here, have you have some success for us. That's a big for a player, and we've seen that work for the Browns. The other point being that they've done this before. They've got guys that they have taken from not so great to being practically elite status. I mean, Posick is a good example of that. He was with the Seahawks, wasn't having a lot of success with the Seahawks. Browns went out and got him, rehabilitated him, and he's a great center for the Browns.
And Amari Cooper to some extent as well.
Absolutely.
Obviously, he had proved it in Oakland and Dallas, but has come here and really thrived. All right, Browns unable to convert, so they will turn it over via the punt. 3 minutes to go, first half. Denzel with a nice breakup. Browns leading 10-7, holding just a little bit of the momentum. They will get the second half kick, so let's see if they can shut down the Eagles here. Throw right side, got him again, kind of found between that cover 4 look. Ward was a little bit shallow, Delpit not there yet, and he found the gap there. Got some heat on that one from Hurts. Only the 21st play run by their offense here today. And it's going to be Saquon. He'll try the right, and he's going to be taken down. Good tackle there. Delpit, the first to crash up and get some body on him. And we may not have another snap here before the 2-minute warning. We will not, in fact. 2-minute warning, 10-7 Browns here. Looks like a beautiful day in the land. This is what, week 11, week 12, something along those lines. We are 7-2 and have already had our bye, so week 11, I guess. Moving to the right side. Hurts, and he's going to be thrown to the ground. Myles Garrett. 3rd and 14. Clock keeps running. Like the pass. Myles is again breaking free. Now Hurts on the run, and he's got a wide open tight end. That's Dallas Goedert. Somebody forgot to cover him, and he's got a first down to the 40. Jordan Hicks and JOK kind of looking at each other there, but somebody missed an assignment. 1st and 10 now. 90 seconds to go. Into Browns territory. They are in Jake Elliott range. He's got a cannon on that right leg. Back to pass. Hurts. He'll spin out of it unless we push him backwards. Another sack for Zadarius Smith. Now that's 3 for him and 3 for Myles in this first half. Back to pass. Hurts. Pressure up the middle. He'll step into a throw and got a man down to the 5. Again, finding open receivers, and it's a tight end. Albert O down to the 3. And Devin Bush, the cameraman, thinks is responsible for this one. There's 2 guys on him, and he beat both of them. So a late half drive here for the Eagles. It's working well. They haven't even had to use a timeout yet, and Hurts goes into the zone. 25 seconds and counting. They'll give it to Barkley, and Barkley's going to be stopped short, and they'll call timeout.
This is what, like week 10, Phil? Somewhere there?
I think it's maybe week 11. Pressure coming up the middle, and it's going to be a screen sack, and we'll take it back to the 17-yard line. Yeah, we're 7-2, and we've already had our bye, so that would be 10 weeks. So yeah, this is week 11. And JOK makes a nice tackle there. 4th and goal here from the 11. I assume they're going to take the 3, and they will. So nice job for the Browns there, bend but not break in the red zone. Hey, welcome in, Kevin, and welcome in, Larry and Rick. Good to have you guys on. Welcome in.
This is an example of don't discount the Eagles here, as they, certainly put together a nice drive. Good job by the defense, forcing, only the field goal to tie the game. But this Eagles offense is potent. You got to look out for them, and certainly don't want to let them get a foothold here in this game.
Absolutely. Here, 7 seconds. Soon the Browns will just hand it off. They will. Chubb for a couple of yards, and that'll take us to halftime. We're all tied right where we started. It's 10-10 here. Both teams looking to make some changes. Browns feel like they really kind of dominated most of it, but still just half because of, again, a field goal when there could have been a touchdown, and then a couple of stalled out drives due to some key drops from some receivers. Whoop, juke move for Hines past the 20, and he'll get up to the 24. It's about as good of a return as we've seen from Nyheim Hines here. First play of the second half here. Watson in a shotgun, taps his hip and looks to the right. He's going to give it to Chubb. Chubb inside zone, and he'll try to bully his way over top of a man, and he does, and he just ran over Jalen Carter. That is not an easy thing to do, but if anybody can, our guy can. Batman can.
Yes, he can, and that was a very Nick Chubb run, as he took about 5 tacklers through for about 5 yards. Beautiful thing to see.
Good little drag, clearing out, throw it for a first down to Cooper, get a new set of downs, and reassess the situation here. Again, first drive of the second half. Appreciate everybody joining us. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy, thanks so much to all of our subscribers. 1,100 plus strong as Watson will take off again. 40, 45, 50, and he holds on to the football right at the midfield stripe. For Watson, 4 carries, over 40 yards. He's been efficient escaping the pocket here so far. Also, make sure you like the video, as YouTube appreciates that metric as well. Watson steps in, fires it over the middle, tipped around, almost picked off, so he tried to kind of float that thing in there. Cooper DeJean again, the rookie out of Iowa, playing in the slot here. Able to knock that one away now. Double tight ends to the right side. Motion coming from Judy. Trying to diagnose the coverage beforehand. He'll go right side. Got a man, Chief, to the 30, 25, he's gone! 10-5, 2 for the Chief today! What a play! Watson to Njoku.
Yeah, it was absolutely a thing of beauty. They'd been setting up that play all day long, as you had seen that flood action out here to the sideline, but they hadn't hit that deep end on the little flag route, and there's the Chief on his little flag route. Just a beautiful, beautiful little touch pass to put it right in his outstretched hands, in stride. Tackler misses the tackle, and Chief goes the distance. Beautiful thing to see.
That's the way to start the second half. 5 plays, 76 yards. And they did it in 2 minutes and get some momentum back. So, good halftime adjustments for the coaching staff. Finally saw that look that they wanted to be able to dial up that flag route. And that was a big 49-yard touchdown. All right, Hurts and company back out. There's Devontae Smith. He's got 4 catches for 101 yards already in his first half. They'll start in the pistol with the tight end on a wing on either side and A.J. Brown on the right. They'll stretch it to that right side with Saquon. And Miles shuts him down right at the line. They'll say a gain of 3, but that's because Miles sort of pushed him for the 3rd yard, I would say. 2nd and 7. Already 5 tackles for Miles. He has been a factor. Option keeper, and Hicks is right there in the backfield. That's a TFL for Jordan Hicks. Read it beautifully. 3rd and long.
Yeah, just blew right through a gap. As soon as he recognized what was going on, just found his way. Kind of JOK-like there, just shooting the gap and getting to Hurts before he could do any damage.
Yep, stepping up in the pocket. Hurts will run, and he's got a first down and more. Wide open up the middle. And the downside of that man coverage, everybody's got their back to the quarterback, and he took advantage with a huge run of 20-plus and a first down.
And Earl, I missed your question earlier, but yeah, I absolutely think a JOK deal is in the works. I don't know if it'll happen this season or not, but AB is very good about finding those deals that work for player and organization, and they like to keep homegrown talent, especially a guy like JOK. They'll get it done. I have every confidence they will, because JOK is an important part of the defense of what they want to do. He is so dynamic and not somebody you want to let walk in free agency. Kind of similar to what Delpit.
Sacks for Zadarius Smith.
Kind of similar to what Delpit gives you. He's that same kind of guy. Just like they got Delpit locked down. I kept preaching they were going to do it. They had to. You don't let a guy like that walk out of your organization. JOK is the same kind of thing.
Zadarius Smith now 5.5 is all the attention being paid to 95, and 99 is reaping the benefits. 3rd and 28 now for the Browns. Leading by 7 here. First drive of the second half for Hurts and company. He'll try a quick screen to the right side, and M.J. Emerson just blows it up. Devontae Smith goes nowhere, and it'll be a 4th and 27.
Yeah, beautiful read there from M.J. Emerson, just recognizing screen early, and he got in there in a hurry. Just blew that one up at the point of contact before any chance of additional yards behind blockers.
He sure did. Hines going to get a couple of yards up to the 32, and Deshaun and company back out onto the field. He's got 2 touchdown passes to David Njoku in this one. A Dustin Hopkins field goal completes the scoring now. 2 Ted Hines to the left side. Now he'll step up. He's been effective with his legs. He'll pick up just 5. But staying on schedule. He's got 5 scrambles, 47 yards, and he kind of gets hit in the head by Carter on the way back to the huddle. 2nd and 5, Chubb. And he can't get out of the backfield. Of blitzing Devin White, the former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. As again, the Eagles continue to find a way to sign very good players. They also good at the cap creativity that Andrew Berry, of course, has inherited. Left side throw for a first down. Amari Cooper, he was being covered tightly. First down to midfield.
So Earl, Cooper has made it clear that he'd like to stay with the Browns. Obviously, they'll have to work a new deal to make that possible. I certainly, like the fact that they worked an immediate deal to keep him happy within this season and back out on the practice field. That was a good move by AB, but certainly something that wouldn't surprise me to see them get a year or two. But the question is going to be, how long are they willing to give him a contract for? Based on his age, and then is Cooper going to be happy with that? Because Cooper may want to do a 3 to 5 year deal, and the Browns may not be willing to do a 3 to 5 year deal. They may want to do a 1 to 2 year deal kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. So it's very possible this will be the last year with Cooper in a Browns uniform, but at the same time, I wouldn't put it past AB to find common ground and find a way to bring Cooper back.
Sure. Float it right side, out of bounds. Tried to go for Coop there. Yeah, I mean, I tried to look into the details of it. Sounds like they added some void years, but it's not really an extension. They just gave him a bigger cash bonus for this year, essentially guaranteeing the $20 million, giving him the option to get another 5 and some bonuses, but he doesn't have additional in the screen passes. Was set up, but Slay was blitzing, and the Browns are going to have to settle for 3 here. So at this point, this is his last season as a Brown. But again, all those void years that they're really into, which somebody else tried to explain at one point. But basically, I think if they get something done by, I think somebody said March of next year, then everything's okay. And if they don't get something done, then they're going to have to eat some dead cap later for it. So it's not necessarily a guarantee that he's coming back. Obviously, he's 30 years old this year. We'll have to see how he plays, how his body feels, those kinds of things as well. All right, 20-10. So the Browns do get 3 points now. That's 10 unanswered here to start half number 2. Hey, Bo, welcome in. David, welcome in, man. Poor guy died alone.
That took a lot of setup to get there, but it's fun.
Yes. 20-10 here. 5:30 to go. Good. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, quick RPO left side to Brown, and he's going to be smacked down by Thornhill. What a hit by Juan, the chosen Juan. 3rd and 6 here. Dogs starting to bark a little bit louder. Again, home game for the Browns. Been on the road for a minute. It feels like Hurts on the run. And throwing. Boom! Blown up again. Jordan Hicks. Just short of the line, and Devontae Smith, we know that he is not the thickest framed receiver in the league, and Jordan Hicks just crucified him right there at the 31-yard line, and that's where they will punt it away from.
Yeah, that's a beautiful example of sticks coverage there for the defenses. They were right there, just keeping everything in front of them, making sure that if they're going to catch a ball, it's going to be underneath the coverage and then tackle prior to the sticks and forcing a punt. It's exactly what you want to see, exactly what they did. Love seeing it.
Play action from Watson now. Good time now. He'll take off again. Left side, 30. No, could have gone a little bit further outside. He'll just get back to the 1. Or, excuse me, back to the line of scrimmage, rather. Again, do appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, both joining you on the mics here today. Nagy on Sports is the channel, only place that you can find simulated sporting events with live original commentary, as well as interacting with you in the chat. Another run. Hey, and he slid. Golf clap for the slide. Thanks to all 1,100 plus of our subscribers. And if you haven't had a chance to subscribe, we'd very much appreciate that as we continue to grow Nagy Nation here. 3-step drop on a 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Now he'll step out. He's got the first down in his sights, and he'll get it. What a fight from Deshaun Watson, and Bryce Huff a little nicked up after an encounter with DeJuan Jones on that side. Great run for Watson.
And that's an example of where you actually don't want him to slide, because if he slides in that spot right there, he's short of the first down. He actually chooses not to this time, in a good move, gets the first down with that effort. And, so that's the kind of situation where you'll take the quarterback not sliding, because it gains the first down on a 3rd and 7, and then a beautiful ball to follow to Cooper, just painting the sideline there like a good starting pitcher there.
Yep, offset pistol here. They'll do it again. Coop this time over the middle, and he's got back-to-back first down catches. Right to the 21-yard line. High formation. Cooper and Judy out there as the receivers now. Ricci in front of Chubb. They'll be back to pass. Right side towards Judy, and it's going to be dropped / knocked away by Slay. Up to the 21. Browns have stalled out here a couple of times. Be nice to see them punch one back into the end zone. Again, 2 touchdown passes already to Njoku, and then 2 other times where they had to settle for 3. Blitz coming. Watson fields it. Left side throw, and just a little bit too hot. Over the head of Cooper. He tried to zip that one in there. May have had maybe just a little bit too much mustard on it. 3rd and 10 now with $1:40 in the 3rd quarter to go. Empty set here for Watson. And he'll step in rhythm. Wide open touchdown, Elijah Moore. That's the one they needed. Great protection gives Watson enough time to survey the field and deliver a strike to Elijah Moore. Touchdown Browns.
I'm going to credit that one all to the offensive line here. Look at this protection. Gives him all day in a very clean pocket. He's got nothing to worry about for pressure. He gets to set his feet, plant, and take a nice shot at Moore coming wide open. You give him that much time, somebody's going to pop open. Moore does in this case, and an easy catch and throw for 6. And that all due to the fact that the O-line just blocked that one up beautifully.
Sure did. Great blocking for sure. 27-10 here now. $1:35 in this 3rd quarter. Still to go. 1 yard deep in the end zone, trying to bring it out, and he'll be thrown to the ground quickly. That's Aniyah Smith, the rookie out of Texas A&M. We had him on our pre-draft version of the sim, and he was a pretty effective kick returner. I think he took one to the house, in that sim season, if I'm recalling correctly. Yeah. Barkley left side, just nowhere to go. 10 carries, 41 yards. The average is pretty decent, but for the most part, he's been feast or famine. 1 or 2 yard gains, or like the 20-yard gain. Back to pass now again. Hurts, and he'll stick it right on, and then knocked away. Delpit dislodging the football from Goddard. 3rd and 8 as this defense is extra frothy here again. Play action. Hurts with some heat, and another dislodgement. Warren knocks it out of the hands of A.J. Brown, and that's another 3 and out caused by your Cleveland Browns defense.
Yeah, just yet more example of how deep this defense is all across the board. Really, at every position group, they are absolutely stacked on defense, and they're playing to it right now. I mean, you're seeing the defensive line has had a feast today, but that has also set up the defensive backfield, and they have played very, very well. Also, ball coming out of the quarterback's hand, defensive backs with a play on most of those balls.
Yep. They'll throw to Judy on the right side, giving 5. Cooper DeJean again. Second and 5 for Deshaun Watson. Last play of the 3rd quarter, potentially. He'll float it left side, deep and just. Oh, he almost caught it on the ground. Gardner Johnson made a really nice play, and Cooper had dove for it, and then it kind of landed in his lap. Couldn't hold on. Felt like they were going to get a Leroy Horde catch there.
It would have been, yeah. He was in mid-roll, and it kind of landed on him on the hand side in the roll, and I just don't think he was ready for it, because if he had been able to hold on to that, that would have been very impressive.
That will be the end of the 3rd quarter. Browns leading 27-10. You're comfortable heading into the 4th and driving once again on Nagy on Sports. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here for some Browns sim action. I have got, we'll do Chubb to the right side, and he just too many bodies to get through. No gain for him. So 12 carries, but only 28 yards for Chubb here so far. I have got one final before school starts, little vacation here for a few days, but Kit will be around, so I'm going to get some sims banked for him so he can keep calling some Madden games for you over the next week or so. We're trying to get this Browns season towards the postseason, which right now looks like the Browns are very squarely in the AFC playoff picture. Again, 7-2 now, 13 minutes away from 8-2. And 8 in a row, by the way, after dropping the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, that's right. What a turnaround that was. A little bit of little bit of, seemingly flat-footedness early in the season turns into just finding a way to turn that corner, and man, have they been good since.
Bryce Huff credited with another sack. 3rd and 12 here for the Browns.
I think it was 59-7.
50, was it 59?
I think so. I'll go back and
that's right, because we put the backups in. We put the backups in, and then I think the backups scored a touchdown as well.
Did.
Yeah, you're right. That may have been 59, Bo. But it was Akron, so
yeah,
that's
and it looked
real.
like Akron.
And it looked like Akron. 4th and 7. Hopkins here from about 43. His kick is up, and his kick is pure. 30-10 now. Browns tripling up the Eagles here, as we might well be able to declare this one. They did. Yeah, they scored like at the very end against the backup defense.
Yeah. It was a nice drive, but it was absolutely all backups.
Yeah, it was a garbage time touchdown. And yes, I think they were aware of it. The fight song played and everything. Back to pass for Hurts. He'll zip it left side with some heat, and they might get some PI. That flag came out late. Could be get roughing here as well. Nope, it's going to be PI. And they're going to say MJ Emerson, the guilty party. And again, I wish that it was only 15, but it's 27. Please change that rule, NFL. Please change that rule.
Yes. That rule desperately
They'll switch up
needs to be
formation.
changed.
Bunch to the right side. Hurts will throw to one of those receivers, and again, MJ Emerson knocks it out of the receiver's hands. These guys are getting crazy PBUs right now.
Yeah, so speaking of that rule needing to change, I appreciate the NFL having, it's a product. They want, offensive football, sells tickets. I understand that. And I can appreciate it to an extent that, you want to make sure that you've got rules that help support that product and make it look good, big plays are possible, all that stuff. But the problem is PI is not especially being a spot foul where you can just loft it up for 50 yards downfield and get a free chunk of 50 yards.
Right.
That's not fun to watch. It's not selling offensive football. It's not, it's not advocating your brand. It's actually, to me at least, I think there are others that are with me on this. It's a detractor to the sport. It doesn't help the sport. It's just, it's lazy football is what it is, and it makes for unfortunate, outcomes of games that are influenced by what effectively should be no more than a 15-yard penalty at very most.
Yeah, I was going to say 15 yards and a free first down is plenty of advantage.
Yep.
I don't think there should be any singular thing that is a subjective call to begin with.
Yeah, especially
that can get somebody 50. That could get somebody 50 yards, like without trying. And that's a thing. Like teams do that. Like we're going to throw a bomb, I'm going to underthrow it, and you're going to get interfered with on the way up, and we're going to get 50 yards in the first. Like that shouldn't be.
It's
a strategic thing that coaches should practice and employ.
That is exactly what happens. They use that rule to their advantage, and it's like I said, beautiful. Another little flag route the other side, another touchdown for Njoku.
It's a hat trick for him.
Yeah, it is. But certainly it's unfortunate because they do play to that, and it's not fun. I mean, who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see that. It is in terms of being fun football to watch. Yes, offensive football is fun to watch, but that is not fun offensive football to watch. That's watching somebody intentionally try to get interfered with an underthrown ball, and they get a free 50 yards for something they didn't really earn.
Left side run. Watch out. It's Anaya Smith. We just talked about it. He's going to house call one. Anaya Smith, the rookie. We've now seen him return 2 different kicks. One for the Browns early and now one for the Eagles. 37-17 after that big run back. The Browns are going to get the football right back. Okay. There you go. Deleted all your cookies. Naheem Hines, can he return in kind? No, he cannot. 9:46 to go. Browns still leading by 20.
We were actually just talking about it, Wendell.
Yes.
It happened on our last season when we had him on our roster. It was him.
Same guy.
Same guy. Did the very same thing, but for us.
He's sort of like Devon A-Chain, but a little bit more of a receiver, a little bit less of a running back, but same sort of. And they were both on the same roster. That was back when Texas A&M was buying 5-stars.
Right.
Not that it led to anything for them, but that was back when they had all those 5-star guys. Remember, most of them have since left, and now they're sort of back to being mid-level SEC irrelevance. First down to Judy there. But anyway, yeah. So no, they've had some crazy talent, and again, we saw what A-Chain did last year for the Dolphins, and I'm assuming the Eagles are hoping that Aniyah Smith can do something there and maybe provide the next level of talent behind A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith as Chubb continues to struggle to get past that line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter making another tackle. Chubb was going to go back to his X factor if he had a big game. I don't think he's going to have enough.
No.
It was something ridiculous, like 4 touchdowns or 200 yards rushing. It's like, whoa.
No, not with the...
Those are both very difficult to achieve in Madden.
Well,
yeah,
especially when it's so heavily reliant on the pass as it is. You hardly ever see a 200-yard rush game for anyone, let alone 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Although Chief has 3, so...
That's true, but I meant 4 rushing touchdowns, yeah.
Oh, I think he could have had 4 passing touchdowns, too. I think Chubb could have gotten 4 touchdowns of any capacity.
Oh,
to get it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Still,
it was an either or.
Yeah, even still, that's an unlikely. I mean, 4 is a lot for a running back in this game.
Yeah, it's a tall task for sure. Well, they're trying not to give out X factors like hotcakes, I guess. Hey, Felgren, welcome in. Hurts again, right side throw, and he'll get it past Newsome this time. Again, kind of finding that gap in the traditional cover 2, if you will. 1st and 10. That was Paris Campbell, first touch of the day for him. Remember, coming over in free agency from the Giants. Over the middle, got Brown, first down. Getting chased by M.J. Emerson, and he's got a first down to the 35 into Cleveland territory. The Eagles here trying to pull the Philly miracle, as Bo called it. Saquon, right side, juke move. Left Delpit sitting there looking for his underwear. Nice run for Barkley. Second and 6 now, 4:10, and counting on the 4th quarter clock. Hurts back to pass. And now he's going to be sacked. It's the rookie Michael Hall. Got in there. The first non-defensive end sack of the day for the Browns.
Yeah, he just wanted to join the sack party, and the Browns have been just absolutely demolition dogs here on the defensive line, showing Hurts what's up and taking him to the turf so many times.
11 sacks. 11 sacks for those demolition dogs. Now 4th and 12. Maybe a 12th coming. He'll be hit as he throws, and he's got a man over the middle, and he does hold on to that time. That's Okubugum. I still can't say his last name. Albert O. That's what I call him, because his first name is Albert. Again over the middle. And it'll be caught by Albert again. 2nd and goal. They'll go no huddle. It's under 3 minutes here in the 4th quarter. Hurts again, pressure now. He'll throw on the run to the left side. Hit! Oh, thought maybe a fumble, but just another PBU from the nuisance that time, who had hamstring surgery today. So that's a little concerning.
Yeah.
6 to 9 weeks, they said. They're hoping to have him ready for the opener. And then Hurts will scramble into the end zone. And then also Tomlinson's going to get a knee scope. So
yep.
Hopefully we'll have both of those guys back. Two big pieces of that vaunted Demolition Dog defense as Hurts scrambles this one in for himself. Going to make this final score a little bit more respectable with 2 fourth-quarter scores for the Eagles. Should we give the Brownie a name? I think Brownie is his name, right? Brownie the Elf?
Yep, that is correct.
And Tillman, well, actually Ricci's going to fall on the... He's going to stiff on the man. Get the 41. 247. Onside kick unsuccessful.
That's another thing.
Knock this thing away.
It's another thing that, I mean, I know it's a minor thing, but it absolutely bothers me that Madden doesn't have that right, which is that you don't ever run with the ball on an onside kick. You just cover it up. You get on the ball, you get on the ground, and you cover it up. You don't run it back. It's not a return. It's a protect the ball, keep it from being returned by the other team. So the minute you catch that ball, they call it the hands team because you get your guys out there that you want to have, you know, that have good hands that are gonna catch it if it's airborne. But the minute you catch that or recover it on the ground or whatever you do, so long as you get on it, you get to the ground. You do not even give the opportunity that there's going to be a fumble or any kind of turnover, because that's what the other team's looking for. And so it drives me crazy a little bit that Madden hasn't figured that out. And every time they run with the ball, you're like, stop, just get down, just stop.
Shoving it up the middle, and now the Eagles will begin using their timeouts. 3rd and 6. First down ends at Posick snaps it back. Watson will throw. Right side to Judy, and he holds on. That's going to be the game. First down and goal for the Browns to the 9-yard line. Good balance today for Cleveland. 32 rushes, 39 passes. We've seen a couple of these games where Watson throws it for 60, and they run it 12 times. So better balance for the Browns today. Chubb pushing. Maybe he wants the end zone after all. His 24th carry, still just at 78 yards. Stefanski want to put another one in, or is he just going to kneel it out? Get the respectful victory. Chubb's going to be stopped and will lose a couple yards at 4th and goal. My assumption is he'll go for it. Or they'll take 3. Why not? Yeah, they're not super good at kneeling in this game, are they?
No, they sure aren't. Again, we've been harping about this for a long time. There's a lot of realism things about this game and the way that it is set up with some of its algorithms for, that could be so much better. Where, if you're and again, I think part of it is just they're lazy. They've got the exclusive rights to this game. They don't have any competition, so they don't have to be better than anyone else. And if a dev team came out here and wanted to make a better game than this, they absolutely could make a better game than this, because they would start with just the realism of making little things like that, like clock management, like, covering up an onside kick, like, running the ball to set up the pass, screen pass. I mean, we can go on and on and on about the realism of things that are just either broken or not right or, unfortunate with the way Madden has it set up. And if they had any kind of competition whatsoever, they'd be getting blown out of the water right now by another dev team with a game that could crush this.
Well said. Well said. All right. Browns going to get the dub here. 19 of 31, 282 for Jalen Hurts. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also ran for 1. 11 for 45 for Saquon here today. Devontae Smith, 6 for 106. Albert Okugbunam, 4 for 80. A.J. Brown, 4 for 39. 2 for Goddard. 2 for Paris Campbell. And the 1 touchdown catch went to Kenneth Gainwell. 10 tackles for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. James Bradbury with 8, as well as White, Trotter, Huff, and Slay also having 2 sacks for Huff today. 1 for Carter, 1 for Trotter. And again, always a good day when the Browns don't turn the football over, and they didn't here today. 29 of 39 today for Watson. 369 and 4 touchdowns, and more importantly, no interceptions. Love to see that. for them getting closer to the playoffs. Chubb today, 25 for 76. Watson, 8 for 60, and then the 1 3-yard first down run for Giovanni Ricci. Coop was great, 9 for 109 today. Njoku, 8 for 86 and 3 touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy, 6 for 90, did have 2 drops. 2 for Chubb, 2 for Elijah Moore, including a long touchdown, and 1 each for Akins and Tillman. And this one, leading tackler, Grant Delpit and Zadarius Smith, because 6 of them were for loss. Myles Garrett, your third leading tackler, with 5 TFLs as well. Look at these sack numbers. 5.5 for Zadarius, 4.5 for Myles, 1.5 for Michael Hall, and a half for Dalvin Tomlinson. Just absolutely nutty. All right, and another pick for Denzel. Kit, anything else to wrap this one up?
Yeah, it's certainly good to see the Browns continue to roll. They got some good plays on offense, good plays on defense, and shut down a very good Eagles team that showed some life at times, but the Browns were able to manage it and get themselves the dub by the end of the day.
They sure were. Here's what the rest of week number 11 looks like. And we'll look forward to bringing you some more sim football action here on the channel. That's 7-2 Bills at 8-2 Chiefs. Looks like it could be a pretty prime game of the week example. All right, guys, really appreciate you being on. So fun to be back on the mic with Kit. Both of us back in town at the same time, which is happening less and less this summer, it feels like. So appreciate all of our subscribers. You guys are the best. For Kit out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Today we'll say, as always,
Go
Browns!